Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Last Epoch dev stream. As always, I'm your host, Mike. Hey, wait. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, nailed it. First try. How's it going, everybody? It's been a while. Hope you all had a fantastic time while we were gone, and hope you're enjoying yourself this year. Hopefully it's gone well so far. We are, starting off strong here. Dario with a resub 20 months. Welcome back. Glad to have you. Thank you very much. Let's hop right in. We're just gonna go right back into this Reign of Dragons monolith. We were doing this before. This is like a month ago now. Back on this character. Having some fun with it. I do have new microphone, new webcam, some new streaming hardware here that I picked up over the break, so we might be breaking in a few technical difficulties here, but I think we'll be okay. I finally have a real microphone. You might notice that I'm not using the thing that comes with my headset. Oh yeah. Also took my old webcam and hooked it up to my 3D printer. Finally have a way to view it. It's crazy being able to just watch it. It's great. Love it. I feel I just had a bit quiet. Ooh, good note. I can fix that. We have the technology. Hopefully it's a little better. We'll keep adjusting as we go. Let me know if you can hear weird things like my keyboard and mouse clacking in or something like that. I don't think it's that bad, but we'll see. We've also got we got more stuff going on. Ashcraft01 resubs 7 months in a row. Thank you. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Feeling good, feeling fresh. Year got tons of exciting stuff happening this year. Ready for it. Yeah, this is one of those times where you're starting to get like, I feel it's gonna be a good one. If anyone follows World Junior Hockey, it's an extremely exciting finish to the tournament this year. We got overtime finish in the gold medal game. Oh, it's a good one. So many overtime finishes. Good. Tons of fun. Connor Bedard looking great. Wah? Oh, he looks strong this year too. If anyone does have any questions, I guess I should do my spiel here. If this is your first time here, we do answer questions about Last Epoch. If you have any questions, please feel free to answer them. Ask them, and I will do my best to answer them. Woo! Get back in the swing of things here. I just put at Last Epoch game in the question, and I will I'll do my best to answer as quickly as possible, and yeah, have some fun with this. And we do stream for charity, and we're sticking with the same charity last month. It was cut a little bit short, and everyone took a little bit of a break, so yeah, we're just gonna stick to it for a little bit longer. That's above my head here. And we got a question here from Aaron. Welcome. Good. Hope you had a good break, Aaron. Hey Mike, what's your New Year's resolution? I don't really do New Year's resolutions as such. So like, I don't know. Release multiplayer and have it be awesome. I think that's a pretty sweet one. Oh my goodness, the damage these things are taking is a bonkers. Ooh. Come back here. We're gonna make you go away, and then we're gonna bring you back right away just so we can kill you faster. What's your New Year's resolution? 1440p? That's That's a good one. That's true. It is 1440p. I like that. I'm a fan. Thank you for that. Are you supposed to tell them or they won't come true? Like birthday wishes? Isn't it the opposite? I feel like New resolutions, you should tell people so they can support you with it. The birthday wishes. Keep them secret, keep them safe. Mage armor? A little mage armor action there. I picked up enemies marked for death at some point in here, and my resistances are not looking fantastic. Poison's down to 2%. We're hoping for a grand blessing in here somewhere. Let's get that roll badge for Photon? Is that Photon spelled weird, or I don't know who it is. I'm sorry, I'm on it. I totally know how to do that. There's no game audio coming through, and my new mic is muffling me. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay. Like a pop cap filter and everything. Pop cap, a pop filter. What's it, cap? Try myself a bit here. I can switch back if it's a problem. Quickly. How are we looking now? I sound tiny? Oh, tinny. That makes more sense. You know, it may just be that, like, my voice is different from what people thought it was before. This is actually what I sound like. All right, let's try and get a thing here for an icon. Who's this person? Where am I doing this? Huh? Huh? What kind of witchcraft is this? Only the best kind. Who is that? The picture's tiny. Can't see who it is. What? What? What does that mean? Okay, we're back. All right.
Stand down or die.
Multiplayer beta. Okay, here we go. Multiplayer beta week from 2nd February to the 12th of February. Do we have to sign up to that, or will everyone who has the game be in on this? My point is a little far away from me. So I'm gonna get a little bit closer. Keep it a little bit closer too. This is what we do this. We experiment. We try things out a little bit. I was using it in like meetings on Discord all week, and got good reaction. Sign-ups for next week's events. Putting points in this for me. Sorry, Rammer, I'll use the build properly, I promise. Next week, oh my gosh, did I misspeak? The next time it's happening, when that is, I'm jumping ahead of myself, aren't we? When is it? It is February, beginning of February. Next month, that's what I meant to say. Turn this volume down, it's just a touch. I will get someone who knows more about the sign-up. There will be a sign-up for the event. Yes, the sign-up is open to everyone who owns the Last Epoch. There we go. I'm really excited for everyone to get their hands on it and actually try it and play it, and so we can get some practical feedback on how things feel and everything. And I think that'll be really healthy for the conversations that are happening right now as well. Just in general. Did anyone get or give any really interesting or creative presents this year? Something that they were really excited for? Something someone was surprised about? I love presents where someone's surprised. Where it's like, I didn't know I wanted this until I opened it. And it doesn't have to be anything like fancy or expensive or big or anything like that. But it's it's that, oh, I do want this moment that I think is really great with presents that are those are the ones that really hit the mark for me. So if anyone had anything like that this Christmas, giving or getting, I'd love to hear about it. Or any other reason to exchange presents this winter. Doesn't have to be Christmas. Any updated thoughts around guilds? Not so much, really. I still think they're really cool to have and can help promote communities. It's tricky to have them be just like where their only purpose is just like a group chat room almost. When there's like one of the big, like the few times that I've joined guilds and games like this is more around like MMOs where there's like weekly activities that having a guild helps organize and things like that. I've found them to be really useful there. It's tricky because we don't have any activities that thrive in a guild environment right now. And I think we'd have to. I still like this is the same answer I gave before. I still think we'd have to have some sort of activity that's like, here's a reason to be in a guild. That I think would be really interesting. And it's a bit of a tricky situation too, because it's like, here's a reason to be in a guild, but not here's a reason you have to be in a guild. And I think that's a really important distinction as well, is because we'd want to be like, okay, there's cool things you can do in a guild, it's fun, it's engaging, but not, hey, if you want to play this game, you have to be in a guild. And I think sometimes it can fall into that trap a little bit. Any ideas if characters in the open weekend will be playable for 0.9 or is 0.9 a full wipe? I think the I don't know is the answer to this one. Kane probably just answered right after me. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's what I was gonna say. The characters won't carry over. 0.9 will be a fresh start for. I don't know. I'd like to. I feel like the open weekend being carryover might be a good idea, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't think it will be. My cousin surprised me with a graded TMNT comic signed by Kevin Eastman. I assume that's the author? Artist? someone who creates them in some way that's meaningful to the franchise. But that's really cool. That's the sort of stuff I was looking for. Yeah. Awesome. Good job, LV Haxor's cousin. Big ups. Way to go, bud. Piggybacking on Liz's question, decided on stashes yet? Will there be any moving over from open weekend appointment? So, characters and stashes, same question. It's same question, same answer always. There's no distinction between the two. So, if characters carry over, so will stashes. If characters don't carry over, so will stashes, or neither will stashes. But it looks like they probably won't. The plan is currently not to. Clan tags appear in the ladder would be cool as F. Yeah, I mean that's actually pretty cool. Having like a way to like this is the group of people I play with. Clan tags showing up there. I mean that's honestly the best reason for it I've seen recently. You know, and it seems kind of like I think it might seem like a low bar there, but I think that's the best reason I've heard. Thought it was an interesting idea that maybe guilds could openly trade with each other, but you could only switch guilds monthly. Yeah, we definitely talked about that was definitely an option we considered for a long time, and I think it has the potential. One of the big problems that I think is that it has the potential to be, if you want to play like top tier builds, you have to get into one of the big guilds so that you can just trade, type thing, and it becomes a bit of a like okay, well, and then you gotta buy entry into this guild so you can trade, things like that. I think it's a little potentially problematic. He is the man along with his friend who created TMNT. Oh, cool. OG creator. Like a Richard Garfield signed Magic card. That would be cool. And I'm a fan of guilds having a shared stash. That's why it's less free trading and more like this is an actual friends list. We have share stuff. Speed restrictions on changing out sounds like a good idea to help tamp down trading guilds. Yeah, it's this I don't know. There's always this push and pull between restrictions to like stem the tide of like RMT and things like that, and then if they get too far into restrictions that start impeding people that aren't trying to use systems in the unintended way. And I mean, I think you see this a lot with sort of a weird analogy, I think, for this sort of discussion of trade and like what's too restrictive, what's not restrictive enough, and that sort of stuff. You can look at DRM for games like cracking and trying to prevent cracking from happening for games, and there's like a couple decades of this struggle, and how we see sometimes when it goes too far and it starts cutting into the play experience and enjoyment of people who are just using the services exactly as they're intended. And it's definitely, I think there's a lot of parallels there. I think it's interesting to look at. I think some of the situations or configurations of trade that we considered, we definitely looked at and went, someone's going to try and use this normally and is gonna get hit very frustrating walls because of some restriction we've had to put in place for this idea to make it not be overly abusable, and someone's suddenly is not trying to abuse the system but is getting hit with these restrictions anyways, and it's very frustrating for them. And that's definitely that's not a good experience. It feels very arbitrary, it feels very confusing. It's not great when that happens. Ooh, love this one. Haste Stride, number 1. What classes am I starting with and in what game mode? Ooh. The one that doesn't die when I look away from the screen for a split second. Ooh, yeah. Just so you know, it won't get nerfed. I am like the worst person to look to for things to not get nerfed because I don't really care that much. I'm the person who is wandering around Diablo 2 with a sorcerer that had a sorceress with a crossbow. I'm just like, let's go, we can do this, guys. Everyone's like, who brought him? So not the best tactic there, but yeah, fair enough. I will be. I'll probably be starting with. I don't know. That's a great question, actually. I was gonna say I'll just be starting with a marksman, but I'm playing so much marksman lately. I think I might just like completely stop playing all primalist until the patch hits, and then just like dive right in. We'll see though. Probably would go druid. I haven't done a druid build in a long time. Probably do a Spriggan form druid build, because I haven't done one of those in forever. Like the druid patch, I think was the last day of druid patch was the last time I did a Spriggan build. I think. Death equals leak. Oh, you're right. What do we got? 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 Ooh, yeah, look at this little guy. Ka-chow. Drink lots of water. Taught the kid to do that after he drinks. So he'll be chugging away at something and he'll take his sippy cup away and he'll be like, ah. It's adorable. LV Haxor asks, why not make trade open and have a toggle when creating characters? So if you want to participate in ladder stuff, they have restrictive trading. Only one player can be number 1, so why restrict trading for all players who love it? And those who don't like trading play SSF or single player anyways. There's a couple different reasons why that's not just like the obvious answer to do. I'm not saying that's not ever going to happen or anything like that, but the reasons that immediately spring to mind of why the system might not be implemented could be something like maintaining 2 different drop tables or drop balance environments is almost necessary when you do something like that, because you either end up with, I think there's sort of like, it's a big spectrum, but I think you kind of end up in one of 3 categories, where either the drops are pretty plentiful and it feels good to play in SSF. It's probably the drop table that we have right now, and people who are playing in a trade focused league end up having this just like loot pinata that happens every single time, because everything becomes so easy to obtain. And then I think you have the swing side of that is you make things so that they're pretty easy. The difficulty to obtain is balanced around. I mean, this is the argument we've all heard a billion times on the forums at this point, so I'm kind of going through it quickly. You have you balance it around the trade itself, and then suddenly SSF becomes so painfully brutal to obtain gear by comparison, and it's sort of a grass is greener situation at that point, where you're saying like, okay, well, why did they get the gear and I don't? If I want to do this build that's become really popular, I have to go play in that other game. And it's a tricky thing. I'm sure there's like a whole bunch of like psychology studies that have been done around it that I don't understand at all. And then the third situation is you end up somewhere in the middle where it's probably a little bit too easy for one and probably a little bit too hard for the other, and it's sort of this. It kind of falls into that second category, anyways. And then so the solution there often suggested is, okay, we'll maintain 2 balance environments for gear, 1 SSF, 1 in a trade league. It's not impossible. I think it's dangerous because I think you can end up in that same. Well, it's like if it's not very, very well balanced, you can end up in a similar situation where, hey, it's too easy on the other side. I don't want to play that way, but I feel like I have to. And that can go either way, really. Like, it can be in trade, oh, it's too easy to play SSF. Actually, probably wouldn't be that way, but still, it can be, or yeah, if you balance them individually, it can be either way, right? That's the problem. Oh, it's been a time thinking about this for a long time. But my point is, there's a lot to consider with a suggestion like that, and I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's not something that we're implementing for point 9. For point 9, we're sticking with what the forum post said, and that's we're gonna do what the forum post said. We're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna collect a bunch of feedback, collect a bunch of data, see how it feels, see how it goes, and evaluate what we're looking at, and then decide where we're gonna go from there. Ideally, there's also the issue that creates when you do that is you can never, at that point, you can't transition characters. If you don't maintain 2 separate balance environments, you can't transition characters from one league to the other. You can never say, like, okay, my character was SSF, but now I'm going to transition it into trade league. Because suddenly you just have people farming in SSF and then transition into trade league to sell things. And that's not alright. That's definitely not alright. So there's lots of nuance there, lots of things that I'm very much glancing over the surface of this. Could go a lot deeper. Oh my goodness, the concept art is still up and I'm like playing away. Oh, new Mike makes mistakes. Pew, pew, pew. Welcome back to the new year. In You Must Go. Thank you for the sub, much appreciated. And yeah, that's a cool name. In You Must Go. And I did it without capitalizations. All right, let's get back to some questions here. I think I rambled on a bit too long there. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Happy New Year's, guys! Can you give us a reason for not having a more freely gift system with, for example, players that you've been friends with or have been playing for a long time? The short answer is complexity of the system for a first iteration of multiplayer. I think that's the short answer. There's lots more details in the trade blog of why we're going with what we're going with specifically. But tying into what I was talking about earlier about like avoiding those situations where it's like, well, why can't I do this? So like, I guess an easy thing to look at is say you're Tim and John have been playing Last Epoch together for months. They've been trading items back and forth freely. It's been great. Jack wants to join in and play with Tim and John. Jack shows up, and Tim and John go, here's some starting gear for you. And it won't let them trade, and they go, well, that's weird. I can trade with each other, but now I can't trade with our new friend. And there's this moment of like, well, why can't I do that? And it's kind of frustrating for everyone involved. And Jack's sitting there going, and I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. And the other two are trading freely with each other, and I think that's one of the potential feels bad moments that comes out of it, and you know there's lots of weird scenarios like that that are tricky to reconcile. And part of what we're doing is we want to see how this feels. We want to get a real world feedback environment. We want to really explore what we have here. There's also, like, on top of that, there's also just with any of the suggestion solutions, taking things away in situations like this is really hard. So hypothetically, if we're like 0.9 release, free trade for everyone. 0.91 release, okay, it's now gifting only, no free trade at all. Like, that would be savage. Oh my gosh, that would be savage. I don't think there's, I don't know how you come back from that, really. I'm sure there's a way, but like, wow, that would suck. I'm trying to think if I just like described a situation that actually happened, and I'm like, ah. I swear I was just referencing what could have happened to us. So yeah, you know, we're starting with this. We want to see how it goes. There's a lot of hypotheticals being thrown around on forums and things like that, of like, this is how it's gonna go, and very absolute. And I think there's a lot of data missing still. I think that's really the most important thing, is that we really need to get that data and have real, actual experience feedbacks instead of hypothetical. Has there been any movement on the Mike voice pack? Chud teased it several years ago, so. I think if we're gonna, no, there hasn't been. I think if we were gonna do something like that, I think it would be like a crew voice pack, not a Mike voice pack. So it'd probably be everyone having fun with it instead of just me. You know, but yeah, I'd still love to do it. Hopefully we get to. Oh, I'm just getting manhandled. Can we survive if we just like stand here? Yeah, let's read some questions. Your leak is still. Oh yeah, that was me. The last 3 masteries are planned. Yeah, the last. Oh, sorry, there's a question about the 3 masteries. The last 3 masteries will appear at 1.0. They will not appear at 0.9. Falconer, Ringmaster, and Warlock will appear at 1.0. Can y'all tell us when the release of the last? Oh yeah, 0.0. Have you thought about having an auction house free trade whenever or whatever as a league mechanic thing to see what actually does happen with free trade, with the provision that everything gets voided / it goes away at the end of the league. I think that'd be really cool. Like it's an yes. The question is, have you thought about it? Yes, we've thought about that. It's funny, we get a lot of suggestions on forums, on like Reddit, Discord, all these places for suggestions, and I have seen a few novel suggestions on there. There's been a couple times where I'm like, oh, I haven't thought of that yet, but it's like 2 of them, I think, where I haven't seen it before type thing, and like we've gone through a lot of options, and there's lots of things we're still considering. It's you know, it's not a decision we're taking lightly at all. Spend so much time at low life because I'm bad. Because I'm bad. All right. I think the like having it as an auction house, like having a new trade system for a league. So first off, one of the reasons why I don't think that type of like I doubt we'll do that as a league. I doubt we'll plan having a free trade system like that as a league. It's possible it might happen. It's a huge amount of back-end infrastructure work to actually have that happen and have it happen temporarily and everything like that. So it's one of those things like if we're gonna commit to it, we're gonna commit to it probably. But who knows, really? I know I'm supposed to, right? Oh, come on. Do some deeps here. What are you doing, Mike, huh? What are you doing? LB Hackers, in my opinion, gearing up in LE is too easy, especially with how strong crafting is. You feel like balance to drop is already needed. Yeah, and I think that perception is going to change quite a bit based on playtime. I've seen feedback very heavily both directions of that. Like, it's too easy, it's too hard. And I don't think there's anything you need to change that, really. So a lot of that comes down to perception of what's good. Oh, sorry, Fluff and reset for 20 months in a row. Thank you very much. Woo! That's a big one. Big 2-0. Is there anything that happens when you turn 20? Like, years old in the country you're from? Here, nothing really happens at 20. There's stuff that happens at 19 and 21, but nothing at 20. It's weird. Any progress or info regarding crow control? A month ago you mentioned the team being aware of perma-CC being a potential issue. I don't have anything specific I can share on that, but yeah, crow control, crow control. I assume that's what you meant. I try and read them verbatim. Anyways, nothing concrete yet to share, unfortunately. Master Sword, 1291. It's great. It's the start of the year. Everyone's getting in. 20 months in a row. Pew, pew, pew. It's 320 monthers. This. Oh my. We're running out of water already. We're not even halfway through. The perma-CC thing, like, we definitely. There will be. The goal is to not have perma-CC be a viable strategy for large groups or for any situation, really, for boss fights. I think perma-CC being a thing inherently causes the ability for really unhealthy gameplay styles, where you're like, well, we deal 1 damage every second. But the boss will never attack us, so eventually we will win. Haha, that sucks. And that'll be on the avoid list for sure. So I don't have any details on how it'll be avoided, but yeah, no, not happening. I'm excited for late January. Oh yes, a big time. Can I say any news on skills and items that will probably be looked at for 0.9? There's not really a ton of new info I can share with you on that one. There's definitely a good chunk of new uniques coming in. I mean, stuff we've talked about. I can recap a little bit. There's like the changes to like base item damage. So instead of saying melee physical damage, it's melee damage on most pieces of gear for implicits. Not all, like Hollow Blade, for example, still slows void damage, things like that. And then there's skills. Yeah, there's some skills. There's lots of skills that are getting touch-ups and reworks and little changes. Like I know someone Bear had a bit of a facelift, not a full rework, I would say, but a bit of a facelift. I don't think that information's out there yet. Bone Golem, obviously people, but that information's definitely out there. That's gotten an update. That one was a little more substantial, I think. Exalted flat melee crit chance. Minion damages. I bet that could actually be crafted into a decent sword. Like you'd have to kind of like try and rip this off or mutate it into something else like minion spell damage. Yeah, chill. Yeah, it's fine. There's some room for that to be a decent item. Great news about CC. Yeah, I mean, I will not be surprised if at point 9 someone figures out how to do it. I won't be surprised if some listen, it'll probably be you. but maybe not. Maybe it'll be someone else. But I think someone will like find a way to do something that breaks something in a team that we missed. Like I think there's a pretty good chance that someone finds a combination that we've just glossed over. You know, it's like, oh well, there we go. You got us. I'll be surprised if that doesn't happen. Mostly just because, like, even when I think we've sealed all the holes, there's y'all sneaky, y'all smart, y'all clever. Get in there, you find ways. Bye bye. And the ability's still going off. That's a bug. Alright. I looked over and saw Shadow Dweller's comment. Please mind your surroundings when sharing UX details to avoid random deaths. Right as I die. Oh, we're gonna need some more spoilers for this stream if it's gonna go long enough. Oh, yeah. Did you ever find out, or did EHG ever come to a conclusion on how the server realms will persist or change between beta events and 0.9? I'm pretty sure we're doing fresh start at 0.9. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening right now. I think that's the plan. Yeah, Ryan makes a good point here as well in chat. I'm just reading what he says. There's very few skills that haven't been touched or updated in some way for 0.9. Some to a lesser or smaller extent than others. Yeah, like, almost everything's been changed in some way, as far as skills are concerned. And some of those are just like oh, because we QA went through and checked literally every single node, and maybe we've come in here and been like, oh, there's a small typo in the tree script for, well, I'm making this up, the specific example up. There's a times allocated points was missing from the line which added the 3% base crit with spear from deadly stab and lunge, and it's 3% for 1, 2, and 3 points. You know, like, and it just like it's that, just literally it's just missing the words like asterisk allocated points is just missing from that line. You know, that I saw like 3 or 4 of those. And so there's things like that, and it's, you know, we didn't really go in and like make huge changes to the tree, but you know, it's a little change and it has impact. This build seems, all you can see is this build seems to be struggling, and and Lava's like, no, it's just Mike. Yeah, it's mainly just Mike. Oh, we're gonna break it real good. I believe in you. I look forward to it as well. You know, it's always fun. Aaron, can I get away with that one? Can I have one freebie, please? 3 weeks to see how many Bone Golem retaliation spells it takes to crash the server. Bone Golems did get like of the skills. Bone Golem's one of the, I'd say one of the meatier changes that have happened to Bone Golems thus far. So don't count on the tree being exactly what you remember. There are a lot of similarities, and definitely thematics carried over quite a bit. But a lot of stuff changed. There was some. I'm so sorry to the composer for this, but there was because I don't remember which track it was or where it was, but we were playing a multiplayer test right before the Christmas break, and we were in some zone, and I'm like, you know, we were all in voice chat together. I just said, you know, I've never heard the theme song to this the soundtrack to this zone before. I really like it. I've never noticed it before. I'm so sorry. And he's in chat. I don't even know he's in chat. He's just like, it's brand new. You've never heard it before. That's why I'm like, yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm not very good when it comes to music and sound and audio things. I'm being totally honest. This year right now has got basically nothing. it's just almost nothing's coming through that ear right now. I'm a one ear dude right now. Ooh, I read a response from earlier. Y'all said it would remain on the testing realm. Does this mean CT characters will persist during those beta events? I don't know. If right now we have sort of 3 realms right now. We have actually we have a whole bunch of realms, but three main ones that get used, which is basically the devs like staging area, CTs, which we'll call PTR, and live. And we've got Sen Zero CA, Sen-O Canada. I don't know. Thank you very much for the reset. 5 months in a row. Going strong. Woo! Slide there. Look, there's capitalization there. That's messing with me. Happens. It always shows pure lowercase in this list. I could be wrong though. Thank you very much. I hope I said that. I feel like I've got a little rusty. Took a couple weeks off, slacking. So this is the start. But if anyone didn't watch it and you're interested at all in hockey, World Juniors, oh, so many good games. Go back and watch them. They're great. Oh, it was a great turn. Not just saying that because we won. Because we did. Sorry. Column is only for you? Nah. I still want to see Mike try a version of this one where it's Rive based. Absolutely love that skill and the Master Swordsman feat you get from it. I really like the my favorite note in Rive. I know it goes in and out of favor, I think. Nope. Energy Wave? Where's Energy Wave? Used to be over there. Was it? Yeah, okay, it was here. I thought it was called Energy Wave and I just read the title. 10 points to anyone who can tell me what this is a nod to. What game? It's not hard. Don't think too hard. Are there any plans to make background music dynamic, like it has a more relaxed, intense vibe when in and out of combat and whatnot? I think that'd be really cool. Oh, hello, Winfox 470. Nice to see you. I think that'd be really cool. I don't think we have anything set up at the moment for that. But I think someone's working on something like that. I'm not sure if that got put on pause or what, but I know that was a discussion for quite a while. That's like, it's got some really interesting stuff on it, but it's got some weird combos, so we're just gonna see that. 850s, we're looking for. We need 42 more. Don't like being chilled. I mean, we approach things. We like to get up close and personal. So okay, I'm 5. I always miss the messages there. Yeah, they're there, right there. I'm 5. Congrats on being 5. how many uniques are coming for next patch. Well, we're still making them, so at least one more than we have right now. Can we see any of these new uniques? Many new uniques coming. I don't have any ready to go. Yeah, that doesn't show one either. Sorry, I do not have any ready to go. I'll try and get one though. I'll try and get one for next time. Of course, we don't need that. Ooh, he's trying. It's a 0, but just because I see. Wonderful. Oh. Apparently I've just been told dynamic music has been put on pause for the time. Sorry about that. Sorry if I got your hopes up. It is really funny. So I have a good like actual example of this. Oh, it's really not good. I don't have like a here's the like example that I can just point to. But I do know that I've definitely been in games sometimes where like they have like really cool dynamic music systems and it works most of the time, and then every once in a while it doesn't, and it just is like just sticks out so hard because you're like standing in a nice green grassy field with the wind blowing, the trees are listing lazily. Yeah. Ooh, Hearten. What happens after I slay you, Admiral? Do I get your fleet? This is like a pirate situation here.
Stand down or die.
Can I make you disappear? I can't make you disappear. Should have known that. You're gonna use that for your intro there? It's like 3 seconds. Sorry, that's all you get. Oh, come on! All you need. I'm glad. Oh, it's this run to the left. That's how you know we're playing offline. Drallsting, good item. Descendants in there. Should we look for like something to ascend? Is that a thing we're gonna do? Do we have like Zaltas we can slap on something if we ascend some stuff? Do we have that? What do we get? You know, like what happens if we just dang it. Did not go well. At all. Bye. 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 Ooh, 880. Oh, it was 850, wasn't it? Good thing Aaron probably can't loop it. Yeah, it was like it never would have fit in a loop. Ugh, just awful. When your D&D party is talking to a merchant and the dungeon master accidentally plays the battle music. Yeah, there you go. Yes, will you accept 4 silver? Dun, 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 dun. Ah! Now the guards are after you. The battle music's appropriate. Oh. I was gonna use rebuke and I just forgot to do it. Okay, there. That was the makeup one. Here's some new spear animations. No, you don't even say it. There's new spear animations for several skills coming in for Rogue, and this is one example of them. And there's gonna be a few more. So this is Cinder Strike. Rebuke's only good when you use it. You know, that's some seriously good tips right there. I appreciate that. Oh. This build is so tanky. I wanted an excuse to show you guys no spoiler. That's all. That's what we're going with. And look at this. You remember to turn it off? Yeah, Cinder Strike with the spear. How weird is that, right? No one would think to make that build. Where's my two-handed rogues at? Can runes... Oh, there's a question I missed. Sorry about that. Can runes, glyphs, and shards be given to friends like other items? At the moment, they cannot. Right now, it's strictly just items. Crafting materials are non-transferable. And I just want to be clear, this is at 0.9. This is what I'm discussing. Current implementation that we're planning to release for 0.9 is such that they will not be transferable. Speaking of skill chains, I assume the chains. I assume the artists want to make their animations look as fluid as possible. Generally, I mean, there's certain situations where I don't know if it's actually as fluid as possible because like sometimes you want things to be just like a little snappier, and you cut out some frames to make them a little bit snappier, and it takes away from the fluidity a little bit, but it actually makes them feel better. And I'm super duper not an expert in the field. Not even remotely close. That's like me watching like 4 YouTube videos on it talking. Alright, taking Genshin in as a reference, every normal attack flows into one another neatly. Yeah, and that's like you start equipping things like this, and it's hard to do with the echo there, but you know like one's coming after the other, and it really flows nicely, right? And we do have animation transitions, so like if you do this, I'm sure if you like slow this down, you can like there's probably like a couple frames there where it's not perfect in that transition, but we do have what's the term for it? It's like animation tweening, animation blending. There's a proper term for this that I'm missing. Yeah. So we do employ things like that to try and make them as fluid as possible. But having the abilities be snappy and having the abilities function really well can sometimes eat into that a touch. I assume it's also really hard to have animations that look amazing both at slower speed and higher speeds too. At some point, it's just going to be weird. Yeah. sometimes you get a two-handed, and that's part of the reason why why weapon classes have relatively similar attack speeds. So if you go look at like every single two-handed sword, all of their their base attack speeds are within a range that's pretty close-ish to each other. And then you go look at all the one-handed swords and all the weapon base types have roughly similar-ish attack speeds, and all of the animations are done per weapon base type, so that it doesn't look too crazy different, and we don't go too far in one direction or the other there. Oh, let's do another helmet. Come on, come on. Where am I going? Oh my god, please do not make two-handed rogues viable. Lava's head is already too big and it might explode if that happens. I think that viable's a relative term. Viable for memeing on and having fun? Oh yeah, there we go. Viable for beating 1,000 corruption? I think that's gonna be a huge stretch. Going back to the I'll play D2 as a sork with a crossbow example. If you're playing builds like that, you gotta know you're not gonna be able to hang with the big boys, right? Pretty sure Tempest Strike can't get two empowered monos. Yeah, Tempest Strike is not poster child for awesomeness. It's like the nicest way I could have said that. No, we definitely made some mistakes with Tempest Strike. I don't think anyone would really argue that point. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing that it happened. I think it's probably good that it happened. Okay, viable for memeing is acceptable, because that's pretty much Lava's entire operational realm. Yeah, we play to our audience, we know what's going on, right? Just gotta feel good when you're doing easy content. No, but on a serious note, having the animations not feel janky and having them feel fluid and everything is important. So we're doing this. I don't even know what we're going for here. I'm just doing it until we find something with LP on it. We're gonna make a legendary out of it. How about a unique that grants an extra arm so we can have three-handed rogue? Oh gosh. Now, would we have to involve three-handed weapons, or would this be like a tri-wielding situation, or like a single dual wielding with a single one-handed? So like you're dual wielding one with a two-handed, one with a one-hander. Is this what we're going for here? Because having a three-handed weapon in the game is just madness. Not adding a third arm to the character. That's totally reasonable. Oh, I read a response from earlier. Y'all said it would remain on the testing realm. Does this mean CT characters will persist during those beta events? I don't know. Is what I said as the answer to that. I think right now there are 2 environments we might make a new... there are 3 environments we might make a 4th one for it. Those early events are pretty limited in scope and time, so it's not like there's a big competition to be had there. Ignore the question. Someone repeated myself. Well, can we see more? What the heck was referring to yourself? I see. Sorry about that. When can we see more combo skills on other classes, masteries, and expansions to passive trees with more nodes, threshold nodes? So the more threshold nodes on passives is coming. That's as we update new patches, you'll start to see those creep in just in general all over the place. Those were definitely successful. I wouldn't say a purely positive response, but a very positive response to those. So those are sticking around for sure. And we'll see those in those won't be threshold nodes will not be a class specific mechanic for passives. Those will be a passives mechanic. Overall, as far as when can we see more combo skills in other classes? We don't have a ton more combo skills. We have I'm pretty sure there's one more coming on one of the masteries. I think. Oh, I could be wrong. There's not a ton more combo skills coming, at least for 1.0 launch. You know, we're running out of it. Oh my god. Oh, I don't even want to talk about this right now. We just need 4 more. Nothing. Not a single word. Can we at least have some point? Can we at least at some point? Oh, can we have at some point a item that can be equipped in the offhand slot with 2-hand weapons like bows have quivers? Probably not. Maybe. That would be a pretty big change. That would be a pretty colossal change. Like, if we do that, every 2-handed weapon needs to have a nerf bat hit on it, or every 1-handed weapon needs to be buffed simultaneously with that change. Because that's a huge wrench in the balance works. I'd be pretty surprised if we did something. Not impossible. Maybe like a special unique that did that, possibly? I don't even know. That's a big stretch. Probably not. I'll say this. Not a 1.0. There we go. Will we ever see gear with side effects regarding gear slots? For example, one ring takes up 2 slots or has the effect of another slot. Rings do different things based on the slot they're in, gear impacting each other outside of sets. I mean, okay, I just need to pay attention properly and not be an idiot. I know, Lone Star, I'm sorry, I'm ruining your build. It's me. Everyone, it's me, I promise. As I was Zacharias, as I was reading that question, I'm like, well, sets outside of sets. Oh crap. Probably not. Maybe. I think that's the type of mechanic that sets really thrive with. It really makes a lot of sense to incorporate with sets. Not to say it's impossible to get that sort of stuff in more than one place, like, but yeah, it's there's a lot of set related mechanics you're talking about there. Like having a ring take up 2 slots. Okay, so you just have a 2-set ring, like a 2-set that is just 2 rings, and it does what you want this one ring to take up 2 slots to do. That's literally the exact same thing. So it's just using sets instead of not sets. You know. What am I doing? We don't care about the void damage taken as physical. Okay, I think this helps us survive better. You might find the character that Mike seems to be having a bit of a senior moment. Hey! What were we talking about again? Oh yeah, gear taking multiple slots outside of sets. I really think that's the niche sets thrive in. Anyways, I know sets aren't what people want sets to be right now, but I think that they can be what people want them to be. So I think I'd rather focus on sets than this other type of item that we're talking about. We'll get through this together. We will get through this together. I just want to die again. What is going on here? What's necrotic res is pretty okay, not terrible. Armor's fine. Crit avoidance is capped. Well, reduced damage from critical strikes taken, which is effectively the same thing. Is it actually capped, or is it? It's at 94, but it doesn't matter. Alright. Do you or anyone in chat know the viability of physical javelin? I know Battle Standard Holy Trail doing pretty well. Curious about physical though. I haven't touched it in a while. Someone else probably knows better. Just pull up Mike's Ethernet cable for a minute. Just give me a sec. Let me just change my character a bit. No, we're not doing that. I'm just getting demolished here. I'm level 88 doing empowered monos. I'm gonna die on that hill as a defense. You know, let's just. I'm just gonna make some excuses here. Let's look at this for a second. It's pretty high actually. It's better than I thought. Crap. You should have plans for threshold nodes to be multiple tiers based on points allocated. I mean, that's just a regular. I don't think so. Partially because too much complexity on a single node. What makes threshold nodes really nice, I think, is that they're very clear and straightforward. I think once you have that, it's better off to just go with a new node. One of the big advantages is with threshold nodes is it does condense that data down to a smaller space on the tree, because you're effectively combining two nodes into one, so you can have more total nodes on a tree in the same space. But that really generally works because they're pretty thematically linked, or the threshold's pretty basic. once you start getting multiple tiers of thresholds, you're every tier of tiers, you're adding in an extra node into that one node space. And I think you can do some creative stuff with like math to make it do something similar, where you could say like I don't know how to say it. Like one, you say like health per point, or something. So like it goes up more per point. Like the first point's worth 1 health, the second point's worth 2 health, the third point's worth 3 health. That make any sense? So it's like once you're at 3 points, it's instead of being just 3 health, because 1 health per point, you're actually at 6 health. Because that third point's worth 3 health, and the second one's worth 2, and the first one's worth 1. I'm just failing so bad right now. I might suck. At least I'm having fun. Bang my head against this one. I just need 4 more. Just 4 more. Come on. I don't like any of these. I don't think bosses count as rare enemies for this. Do you guys already have a clear vision of how sets will be handled in the future? No. Do we know if Ruthless is staying for 0.9 or not? As far as I know, it is. In all seriousness, though, if you die a lot because you're reading chat, you're still my hero. You're still here in my book. Thank you. I'm gonna blame it on chat. It's 100% me reading chat. That is totally the reason. It has nothing to do with my skill level. Yep. I can't lie. I just suck. What about gear that affects other gear outside of a set via means of unique affecting other gear slot? Ballistically, like Factory for Lich that takes the helmet slot but doubles the relic slot stats. Oh, so like, so it's just like an item that says like, yeah, like this item has, it's just, yeah, like this item gets stats equal to your, like the helmet, all it would say is just like, it may even display the stats from this on your helmet slot, or it would just say stats equal to your relic slot, and would just like delist those stats afterwards or something like that. I mean, that's a cool idea, yeah. Yeah, the tool tipping I think would be a pain. It's not impossible though. It's definitely not a 1.0 feature though. He was like 500 leaks now. I know. I'll share them all simultaneously on patch day, or patch notes day, whatever that is. I do have one more. I only brought 3 today. That's not bad. Let's save the last one for a victory moment. Hey, a victorious moment over the Emperor of Corpse's corpse. There we go, that's what I need. Symbolic 94! We just reached level 89 at the same time. Oh, everything's coming up, Mike. Thank you very much for your 3-month sub. Thank you for Gem of a Game. You're welcome. Much love back at you, friend. Alright, I see Rebellion threshold bonuses can be allocated based on how many points you put into the mastery. What about threshold bonuses that can be allocated based on how many points you put in the mastery? Like a 5, 10, like a 5, 15, 25 or so points, you get to select a bonus that takes up that empty space on top of the passive tree UI. Like mastery nodes in PoE, but specific each mastery tree in LE. Yep, that could work. I think. Yeah, definitely not 1.0. That's, but that could function, I think. So it's burying a lot of complexity in new individual nodes in the passive tree. Like, we got 2 points. Give me that 10 health and 2 strength. Oh yeah. I'm probably supposed to actually be putting points into a different tree or something at this point. Yeah, it's probably something else in the build that I was supposed to be going for. Oh wow. Yeah, that 54% modifier that I took was probably a mistake. I know. Just die like 80 times and strip all the mods. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! I don't know how to get out of that. Oh, so the poll for the next Emperor Corpses fight? Yeah, if I ever get there. This is brutal. Straight glancing blow chance. Just getting crushed into the ground. I should probably be going to do something else. I'm pretty sure that like near the end of when I was playing this last time, I was doing normal level 90 instead of empowered stuff, and was like, this is good difficulty level. And Mike picked an avalanche room with only 54 cold res. Oh, so good. Such an awesome decision that I've made here. I love it. This is the best. I am so happy. That actually went way better than unexpected. And we're walking. Gotta kill Admiral Harton again. Well, we've done that once recently-ish. Just don't choke. Totally gonna choke, Mike. Okay. This room gonna run out of echoes or instability from? No, because you can always just do the ones you've failed at, and then get the ones behind them. But yeah, I know. This force stability haunts me. We're doing it. That one was not deliberate. This one will be deliberate. Lava's good to the sub. Thank you very much. Congrats on having no parade. Or having no parade. Why am I on 300 corruption? Because I'm bad. Am I on 300 corruption? No. I am at 300 corruption. I don't think I'm supposed to... Oh, it doesn't take them off when you die anymore. I thought it took them off when you died. Totally not a pity sub gift. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. What to do? What to do? What to do? This would reduce corruption by 7% if I got there. Might help a tiny bit. I've died like 3 times. How aligned are you guys with the idea of making the power damage of skills come more from gear and or attributes? Like, for example, getting more damage the more armor you have, or getting flat per attribute point. Probably neither of those 2 examples you put there, but definitely yes on doing it in general. Likely it'll come from multiplicative modifiers from attributes, which is the primary source of attributes is from gear. So it's instead of giving additive increases from attributes, it'll be more increases from attributes. Is likely what'll happen. Okay, that's what we've been talking about for quite a while now. Okay. Serious mode. We're gonna finish this echo. Frostroot Warden. It's gonna die. Just slay enemies till we find the location. Let's do that. We can do that. These guys kill themselves, so we just let them kill themselves. We can run away. No big deal. Easy mode. Run away. Loves your uncle. Fanny's your aunt. Oh no! Don't look at chat, Mike. What are you doing? Go, run. You can just be safe. Okay. So why did the ghost cross the road? To get to the other side. Nailed it. To be fair, probably on a rage quit by now. Yeah, but there's, you know, a few people watching. I gotta tone it down a bit. Ha. Ha ha. Until a little mock-up to show what I meant by regarding mastery threshold stuff. Alright, sweet. How do I see that? Yeah, I don't know if you can share links in here. You can put the link in the Ask the Devs channel in Discord and I will see it. You son of a gosh darn monkey! Get out of there! Get out of there! Run! Yeah. We survived long enough to find the location. But why did Mike cross the road to get crushed by two dudes spinning boulders? Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right there, doesn't it? Let's see what we've got here. Oh, this is... You know what this is? It's kind of different, actually. Never mind. I was gonna say this is like the Witcher system almost. Let's take a look at this together. So it's like threshold nodes. Like you would just pick one in here in this list. Like it's a spot where you have to like pick one of three mastery nodes, I guess. Like it's like a key node that you pick one of three. You have to like pick one of these three things. We definitely toyed with something like this, and I think that most of the things we were coming up with to go in these categories were so obviously they were either very generic and kind of boring, or so obvious which one you should pick, kind of boring. And they seem like they should be pretty impactful things. There might be a way to make that work if it's kind of what I'm thinking of. Close that tab. You know, like serious mode when he's clicking Ultra Ultra. Can you hear my clicks now? Is that coming through pretty heavily? My clicks get a little more furious. I'm gonna take this slow and steady. Get this guy to kill himself. There we go. Lunge out. Yes. Yes. No. My goodness, that's a lot of damage. Yes, it is. It's too much damage for one little person. How do you expect to handle that much damage, just a little guy like that? Oh no, I missed! Okay, we're still alive, somehow. We're going slow. I need to get through this. I know, here's the kicker. I don't even get any anything if I finish this. All I do is gain access to a boss fight that I'm probably just gonna die in anyways. I have no idea how I got up to 300 corruption. It's probably from mucking about when making characters. It was definitely a mistake. Yeah. He was gonna have an avalanche attack of some sort, didn't I? No! run. No, not no more aggro! Crap. What have you done? No, go this way! Go this way! Oh my god. Okay. One of those health potions is out of range! Just get out of here! Get out of here! How are your resistances, and did you take World Eater in the Void Knight tree? I don't. Sorry. Yes. Resistances are, in several cases, great. In many cases, my professional opinion, by the way. Okay, when Singularity was announced, I thought I was going to have a single slot idol with an impactful affix pool that it random rolled a stat from. Does EG have plans with a single slot idol like that, or would that be something that aligns with your idol design goals? I did get some. Do we try? Do we go for it? Do we try and reduce our corruption? I think this will just nuke us. A lot of stability, though. We'd get so many attempts if we did this. Do a poll for EOC. How do I do a poll? I'm just gonna go for it. There's 100% no, I'm not gonna do this. Well, you know what? We're not gonna fight the Emperor of Corpses then. I'll do it in a minute. This Singularity question was a good one. I think that the more single slot. Yeah, sounds about right. Already down to like no health. Having more impactful single slot idols is definitely something that's in the cards. When that will happen, I don't know. How extreme that will happen, I don't know. And by more, I mean additional, not increased. I do think Singularity is an impactful idol. It's not impactful for everyone. And oh god, no! What am I doing? Burning all my health potions. That's what I'm doing. He's like, is this a tickle fight or a slap fight? And I'm like, tickle fight, and he's like, wrong, slap fight. All it takes is a good slap, and I'm dead. I don't know anymore. What's real? What is love? Ugh. Don't hurt me. Oh, I void clipped the wrong way. Noob Mike is noob! Why am I not getting more health potion drops? Or am I just like picking them up and healing immediately and it's just keeping me alive? It might be.
What is real? Destruction. Chaos.
There we go. Oh, come on!
What is real? Chaos.
Yeah, it is just I'm using them immediately because I'm at such low health. I'd love to see more unique idols show up long term. I think there's lots of good design space for idols still. I think that it's oh my goodness. Come on. I think there's room in idols for design spaces, not only just with uniques, but also with the idols that already exist, and possible rewards for long-term possible rewards for customization spaces as dungeon rewards. I think for idols. Oh, come on. Like, I didn't believe I could do this until like 30 seconds ago, and I'm just terrified that I'm gonna get close and just die anyways. Call him already! Yes! Oh, yes! I don't even care. Ooh, nice. Okay. Unique catalyst. Do we have any unique catalysts? Alright, the web's reset, life is good, mods are gone. Our corruption's 293, easy mode. Let's do this. Okay. We've got like 3 shots at this because I got so much stability now. Because we're gonna need it! Here we go. Nice. Okay. Did it just magically fix with me restarting the stream? Woohoo! Okay, cool. I'm gonna give it one more shot. I am. I don't know. I thought I had it. You probably, I guess you couldn't hear me through the whole stream, but the whole fight, I was focusing very intently. Wasn't talking much, but oh, I thought I had it. Oh, I thought I had it. I felt so good about that one. I feel like I should try and like just slip in some necrotic resistance or something like here. Like it's just healing effect doesn't do anything, but this one. Some idols, come on, idol. So many items here that are probably better than what I'm using. Did I get our necro? Yeah, okay, gets our necrotic over. Is my physical? I'm still taking bleed like crazy, aren't I? Okay. It was probably that potion I couldn't get to. Yeah, that's the whole problem, was that one potion I couldn't get to. I'll go back to the center. It's gonna be a slog. I hope you guys are ready for this. We're gonna go over time a bit. Win or lose is my last attempt. Oh, come on, Mike, standing in front. Breath attack. Rule number 1, don't stand in the fire. I need you to walk out a little bit. Come on.
Stand down or die.
Oh, come on. Oh no! He's stuck in such an awkward spot.
Stand down or die.
Yes, 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 yes. I just like push him right back there like an idiot. No! Oh! Well, I failed you. I failed you all. It was with great sadness, I must say. Goodbye. Until next week, we will return. And we'll have another stream, same time, same place. I had a ton of fun. I know we didn't do it. We'll figure it out next time. We'll get there. Lots of fun stuff coming up. We've got people hanging out, Discord, Reddit, forums. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them there. We'll do our best to answer them if I didn't get to them today. And we'll have some more fun next week. Hope to see you there. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Hope you had fun. I know I did. We'll see you next time. Bye. There is people doing stuff here. Let's say hi to someone. Oh, that was draining. Fight's tough.